defense tonight. Tail the tape for the main event is presented by V-Chains V Better. Earn rewards for sustainable choices. Islam Makhachev is 33. Renato Moicano, 35. Moicano taller by an inch. Both fighters at or below championship weight. 1.5 inches in reach for the challenger, Renato Moicano. All right, now for the introductions. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner Peter Villegas, and Executive Director Andy Foster. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Derek Clearly, Sal Diamato, and Ron McCarthy. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. This championship bout is brought to you by Universal Pictures. Love Hurts, only in theaters February 7th. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 20 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of Brasilia, Brazil. Presenting the number 10 ranked UFC lightweight contender in the world, the challenger, Renato Moicano. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a combat sambo fighter, holding a professional record, 26 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 154 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachev, Russia, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves and let's do it.
Or don't. Islam Makhachev trying to move within 1 win of Anderson Silva's record 16 for most consecutive wins in UFC history, looking to become, on paper, the most decorated lightweight champion of all time. And Renato Moicano looking to change his life in more ways than one. Moicano in yellow. Makhachev counters in the black, white, and gold.
Renato not gun shy.
No, he's not. He's got great Muay Thai.
Early head kick partially lands for Makhachev.
Moicano trying to get Makhachev going backwards.
Stop. Watch your fingers. This is a warning. Watch your fingers.
Early stern warning from Herb Dean. Last time Moicano went 25 minutes was against Rafael dos Anjos on 4 days' notice.
Yeah, so this guy's familiar with those late notice, long fights.
The difference being, of course, he wasn't preparing for a fight then.
Right.
Yeah.
And we did discuss this possibility in our fighter meeting. Moicano was not blind to the fact that this could happen. Made sure to make the championship weight.
But he actually thought, he was like, well, these guys are pros. I know they'll make weight. What he didn't expect was an injury by Arman Tsarukyan.
Body kick gets home for Makhachev.
Oh, nice left hand by Islam.
Beautiful left hand.
Moicano needs to be very careful not to get hit with a right hook after that left hand lands when they're throwing. One of Islam's best punches.
Early moment for the challenger.
Nice, and knockdown by Moicano. And he landed a punch very early in the first round, too, that got Islam's attention. Makhachev should take him down.
Nice jab by Moicano. Makhachev shoots. Moicano unable to defend.
Islam takes him down. See, that's the difference in this fight to the last fight. Umar didn't have that ability to go get a takedown against Merab. Now it's up to Moicano to try to prove that he doesn't just stay there.
And we just were able to isolate in our monitor what was a slip from Islam Makhachev, not a knockdown.
He hit him in the armpit, kind of.
Even when Makhachev slips, the whole building's like, oh my God.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen often, right?
The thing is, from our angle, we saw his back, and it looked like a punch landed. But this is a perfect position for Islam, and he just smothers people.
Even the best grapplers have a tough time getting anything started.
He's just so heavy on top.
And traditionally, Herb Dean's not a guy that's quick on the trigger with stand-ups. Oh, he's got to be careful with the darts here. Oh, he's got it. He's got it, yep.
Sunk up.
That's tight, it's over.
That's it.
Yep.
There's the tap, and still Islam Makhachev, the most decorated lightweight champion of all time.
Wow.
And he points to the ground as if to say, my octagon. And you're right about that. The pound-for-pound king, Islam Makhachev.
That dart choke is so tight, man. He's so good at that. Yeah. You saw him immediately jump on that when he got to the front headlock. Great job by the champion. I mean, again, right? Goes out there and does what he's supposed to do.
Kind of everything to lose in that situation because you could be taking him lightly. You know, it's hard to get up for a guy when you prepare for a different one.
Can I be honest, like looking at him in the octagon, it seemed a little bit like, man, you know, like, but you can see that sense of relief after. Like this is, yes.
I just don't know how many champions would have done what Islam did in this fight.
Good left hand there by Makhachev. Almost lands the right hand. Shoots that double leg. Gets his hands locked. Look at him get to the corner, though. Drive. And look at him attack the neck and then run him back over to the opposite side. It's chain wrestling. Very hard for these guys. And in the moment Moicano turned down to his knees and got into that front headlock position, I knew he was going to attack the Darson right away. And it's so tight, right? We saw him get Dustin Poirier with this. We've seen him get multiple guys, and they almost panic tap when he gets them in this. But Moicano's not just tapping. He's like,
I'm
get
done,
him off.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch, and there's the reaction from the corner. Khabib Nurmagomedov, Javier Mendez, Mavlid Khabulaev. I mean, this team is just incredible. And after Islam Makhachev submits Renato Moicano, Khabib is coaching in the corner, right? These guys never rest on their laurels. Hardest workers in the room. And another title defense to show for it for Islam Makhachev, the best in the world. 15 straight. He is 27-1.
Won 15 straight fights.
And his next fight, he will have the chance to tie Anderson Silva's record. All right, one final time tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 5 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a Darce choke and